Hello families, today we are going to be doing lesson 22, session 3. If you recall from yesterday, we were working with greater than. Today we are going to be working with fewer than. Just before we begin, I'm going to draw over here. You don't need to write anything down. I just want to give a quick reminder. So yesterday we were doing greater than, and we learned that when you are doing greater than, it's not going to let me write there. I'm going to have to write over here on the paper. Just don't write on your paper. I just want to show you this. So when you're doing greater than, remember that the mouth opens to the bigger number. Today, we're going to be working with fewer than. And when you are doing fewer than, the mouth part is going to be the other way. So this part, the closed part, is going to be facing the smaller number. So just be careful and remember that. The open part faces the bigger number, and the closed part, the pointy arrow, faces the smaller number. The number that is greater is open to, and the fewer has the pointy closed part towards it. Okay, so we're going to get started. Gabe collects 35 rocks. Rose collects 39 rocks. Who collects fewer rocks? So when I read it a second time, be thinking about how you're going to organize your information down here. Gabe collects 35 rocks. Rose collects 39 rocks. Who collects fewer rocks? Now remember, the clue word there is fewer. Okay, so to organize it, you're going to write the name Gabe here. Then draw a line. And then write the name Rose over here. Now when you go back to read it, then you're going to begin drawing. Gabe collects 35 rocks. So in the number 35, you know that there's 3 tens and 5 ones. So 1, 2, 3 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Rose collects 39 rocks. So here, 39 has 3 tens, 9 ones. So underneath Rose, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 tens, and 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I need to compare to see who collects fewer rocks. Just as we did yesterday, you're going to look at the tens. Gabe has 3 tens. Rose has 3 tens. That doesn't help me. I now need to look at the ones. Gabe has 5 ones and Rose has 9 ones. I know that 5 is fewer than 9, so Gabe has fewer rocks than Rose because the number 35 is fewer than the number 39. Just like yesterday, on the other side of this, it's going to be the same problem, and then they're going to ask us to compare how we did it to how the model it did it. So here's the same problem again. Gabe collects 35 rocks. Rose collects 39 rocks. Who collects fewer rocks? We're going to compare. Today we're going to be using the symbol greater than and less than, but we need to remember to have the open part facing the greater number and the less than part facing the number that is less than. So we're going to compare the tens just like we did on the other page. Well, there's 3 tens and 3 tens in both numbers. So if the tens are the same, you need to compare the ones. 5 ones is less than 9 ones. You can use the less than symbol. Do you see how they did that here? Less than has the pointy closed part facing the number that is less than. 5 ones is less than 9 ones. So in the box right here, it wants you to show that. 5 is less than 9. So the open part is still open to the bigger number, but 5 is smaller, so it has the pointy part facing it. Now when you go over here, 35, 39. Which way is your symbol going to go? 35 is less than 39, or 35 is greater than 39? Well, we know from this picture here and this down here, we know that 35 is less than, and your arrow should be looking that way. 35 is less than 39. Then down here it says blank collects fewer rocks than blank. You have to go back up to the problem to remember who collected how many rocks. Gabe collected 35, Rose collected 39. So who collected fewer? We know from both of these things we just did here, 35 is less, so Gabe collected less than Rose. So on the line here, you're going to write Gabe collects fewer rocks than, and we're going to write Rose. Now it's asking, how is your way like Model It? How is it different? You don't need to write the answer out. I'm just going to explain how our way is different. So I'm going to go back up to what we did. We drew tens and one blocks to compare. Then we compared our tens just by looking at them, and then we compared our ones. So we are similar to the model because we compared our tens and ones. We are different than the model because they used the place value charts and the symbol, and we did not do that. So that would be the answer to question number 1. We're just discussing it. You don't need to write that down. Then go to the other side for number 2. Buzz collects 28 rocks. Boom collects 41 rocks. Buzz says he has more rocks than Boom because 8, look at how the symbol is facing, you would say that as greater than. 8 is greater than 1. Do you agree? Why or why not? I need to read that again. Buzz collects 28 rocks. Boom collects 41 rocks. Buzz says he has more rocks than Boom because 8 is greater than 1. Do you agree? Why or why not? For me to do this problem, I want to draw how many Buzz has and how many Boom has, just as we have done on the other pages. So I'm going to make a quick chart right here, and I'd like you to do the same thing. Here's Buzz, and here's Boom. So Buzz collects 28 rocks. So in the number 28, we have 2 10s, 8 1s. So I'm going to draw my 2 10s and my 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Boom has 41 rocks. So Boom has 4 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 1 1. When I look at these, I'm going to compare my 10s first. Buzz has 2 and Boom has 4. This says Buzz says he has more rocks than Boom because 8 is greater than 1. Do you agree? Does Buzz have more rocks than Boom? I hope that your answer is no. Buzz does not have more rocks than Boom. The problem is Buzz is comparing his 1s and not the 10s first. Buzz was saying that 8 is greater than 1. And Buzz is correct with that, but you first have to look at the 10s. So Buzz only has 2 10s and Boom has 4. So we're here where it says, do you agree? Your answer should be no. He needs to compare the tens. If he was to compare the tens, he would know that 4 is greater than 2. Okay, so moving down to number 3, remember today we're going to be working with the fewer than symbol. Compare 62 and 67. Which number is less? Remember to always look at the tens first. 62 has 6 tens. 67 has 6 tens. So now I know I need to look at the ones. 62 has 2 ones. 67 has 7 ones. Blank ones is less than blank ones. So now I need to put the number that is less than first. Not the whole number, how many ones? So 2, this one has 2 ones. 2 is less than 7. So on the line here, you're going to write 2. 2 ones is less than 7 ones. Then on the lines down here, now you're going to write the numbers. And if 2 ones is less than 7 ones, this is the symbol. The pointy part is here. The number that is fewer has to go here. So 62 is fewer than 67. So 62 is going to go on this line. So 62 is fewer than 67. Now, when you look down at number 4, you'll see that they're gradually taking the numbers away from you just as they took the 10 blocks and 1 blocks away from you. They're guiding you into being able to do this on your own. So number 4 says, compare 98 and 94. Which number is less? So you're going to take one of the numbers first. So here's 98. How many tens are in 98? And how many ones are in 98? In the number 98, you have 9 tens and 8 ones. In the number 94, you have 9 tens, 4 ones. Then, when you compare the tens first, remember, always compare the tens first. This number has 9 tens. This number also has 9 tens. So I need to look at the ones. This one has 8 and this one has 4. Which one has fewer? 8 or 4? I hope you said 4 because you are correct. On this line here, you're going to write 4 ones is less than 8 ones. So it's a little confusing because 98 is here and 94 is here. But before you write the numbers, you have to look at the ones place. They're not going to have them in the exact order for you. You have to pay attention to which one has fewer. So because 4 ones is less than 8 ones, when you go to write your numbers here, look at how the symbol is pointing. The closed part is facing this way. Therefore, on this line, you need to have the number that is fewer. And you just did that right here. You said that 4 is less than. So you know that 94, the symbol means less than, 94 is less than 98.